puts up the baby hook. That one off the back iron and out. So for the 76ers, the last game, a win against the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And the 76ers call time here.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him. So with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Iverson comes in for Stauskas, and it's Cannon in for Kendall Marshall. Cannon kicks to Okafor. There's a screen by Noel. There's a good screen. Okafor dishes to Covington. Noel passes to Cannon. Another miss by Philadelphia. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big three to compete for a championship. And for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
So for the Knicks, Lopez, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. And it's a Flalo in for Langston Galloway. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for New York.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Grant, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Grant kicks to Noel, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Clark, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back and coming back and forth, back and forth.
That reminds me of a song.
Yeah, Kevin, that's Cameo, to be exact. And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And a follow wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. On the wing, Iverson. Noel, a screen on a follow. 4 on the shot clock. Can't capitalize on the good screen. That's good. 6 points for Nerlens Noel.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Calderon dishes to Lopez. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
Iverson kicks to Okafor. Over to the left wing. And that one comes up a bit short. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they've stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
To give you an idea of how young this 76er team is, at one point last season, Greg, Tim Duncan had more seasons played in the NBA than the entire active roster of the 76ers.
That's hard to fathom. I mean, we all know there's this youth movement going on in Philadelphia, but they still need some veterans in that locker room. Very hard for the young players to lead.
Deep 2 from Anthony. Misses off the left iron.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And there's the pass to Okafor. The baseline J. The shot misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
The Knicks have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. No good on that one.
2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. The 76ers trail by 3. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Williams, he's checked in for New York. The Knicks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Lopez a screen. Calderon passes to Lopez. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Lopez has got 5 points in the quarter. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pick by Okafor. Dishes it to Roten. Iverson kicks to Okafor. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
And New York making a change here. Thomas is checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Boozer's checked in.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
A follow outside. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Rebound by Carlos Boozer.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
That puts them in the lead. 6 points for Roten. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And he recovers it. Calderon has the open look. They grab their own miss. O'Quinn, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Pass to Boozer. Lots of room. Buries the jump shot. Boozer's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
New York trailing. And here's Calderon. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Grant outside. Passes it to Holmes. Here's Roten. 6 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. No good from Grant. Knicks have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Calderon, a good look. Rebound by the 76ers. Boozer's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The Knicks pull it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Now here's Calderon. He has 5. A follow. That's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Timeout called the 76ers. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Jose Calderon. Stauskas dishes to Grant. From 16 feet away, he cans it. New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory.
Nick Stauskas had some great moments on the court last season, guys, but perhaps his most memorable contribution was his nickname of Sauce Castillo. Came out of nowhere, but it stuck with him, and he's going with it. I'd love to hear the story behind that.
Now, here's Marshall. Tight defense on him. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
Galloway, no good.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Thompson in the corner. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. And the 76ers lead by 1.
It's a tight one. Neither team really able to create any separation.
We've been going back and forth, partner. It's been really, really tight so far.
Here's Galloway. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the Knicks miss again. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing.
2 shots, gentlemen.
The 76ers have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. 2 shots. That one is off.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And he's good on the second. There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Galloway. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Serafin. Yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carlos, some great work for you to this point. What's the key to your success in this first half?
I'm just playing off my teammates. We do a lot of motion offense, set screens, rolls, swinging to the weak side. I'm just playing off my teammates, trying to stay aggressive.
Carlos, thank you for the time, guys. It's about reading and reacting.
Thank you, Doris.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. A fantastic first quarter from Carmelo Anthony. He had 12 points, 2 block shots, and 1 assist. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia.
Well, they're playing some